Join me as I dive deep into the future of RLD stock and try to predict where it's headed next. RLD stock has been making waves in the market, and for good reason. As a key player in its industry, it's attracting a lot of attention from investors and analysts alike. But what's next for this stock? That's what we're going to dive into today. One of the biggest challenges facing RLD stock right now is market volatility. We've seen the market fluctuate wildly in recent months, and that's made it tough for investors to make sense of what's going on. Add to that the fact that RLD stock has been particularly sensitive to changes in the market, and you've got a recipe for uncertainty. Another challenge facing RLD stock is the recent news that's been coming out about the company. While some of it has been positive, there have been some negative headlines that have definitely had an impact on the stock's performance. Investors are always on the lookout for any signs of trouble, and that means that even a hint of bad news can send the stock tumbling. On top of that, RLD stock is also facing some stiff competition from its peers. As the industry continues to evolve, we're seeing new players enter the market and older ones adapting to the changing landscape. That means that RLD stock has to stay on its toes if it wants to stay ahead of the curve. And finally, there's the issue of investor sentiment. When it comes to RLD stock, there are definitely some differing opinions out there. Some people are bullish on the stock, while others are more bearish. That disparity in opinion can make it tough to get a clear read on where the stock is headed next. When it comes to understanding what's driving RLD stock, there are a few key factors to keep an eye on. First and foremost, we need to look at the overall market trends. As we've seen, the market has been volatile lately, and that's had a big impact on RLD stock. But we also need to look at the company's financial reports, which have been a mixed bag lately. Another factor to consider is what analysts are saying about the stock. While some are predicting big things, others are more cautious in their outlook. And then there's the issue of market sentiment, which can be a powerful force in driving the stock's price. As we try to make sense of all these different factors, one thing becomes clear: RLD stock is at a crossroads. With its upcoming earnings report just around the corner, investors are waiting with bated breath to see what the company has in store. Will it be a positive report that sends the stock soaring, or a disappointing one that sends it tumbling? Looking ahead, there are a few potential paths that RLD stock could take. If the company can deliver a strong earnings report and show investors that it's got a solid plan in place, we could see the stock take off. On the other hand, if the report is disappointing or the company fails to impress, we could see the stock take a hit. In the end, it's all about what the company does next. Will it be able to overcome the challenges it's facing and come out on top, or will it struggle to stay afloat? That's what we'll be watching in the coming weeks and months. So what do you think is next for RLD stock? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the stock market and how to navigate it, be sure to check out my other video on the top 5 stocks to watch this month.